Greetings, students, and welcome to your assignment review video. So I know the real question you have this term, what do I have to do? What do I have to turn in? How much work do I have to do? So let's take a look at it and actually kind of get into these. So there's four big categories of assignments in our class. The first one are your weekly reading quizzes. Your weekly reading quizzes are worth 20% of your grade. So let's take a look at your weekly reading quizzes. So these are the multiple choice questions that are literally at the end of your textbook. I did not make these up myself. They're in there. You can see them. It's quite clear. The point of these questions is to help you with your reading and your comprehension and all of those things so that you can better understand what you're reading and make sure you're getting everything from the textbook that you should be. So the most efficient way to do this would be to read the chapter first and then take your reading quiz. Please note, it's even in bold, please note that this is a completion grade. I will manually update any wrong answers provided your assignment has been turned in on time. What does this mean and why do I do this crazy thing? So if you turn in your quiz and it has wrong answers in it, why is that beneficial? Do you know how we learn? We're going to learn this term, how we learn. Yes, we are. And one of the ways that we learn is by getting stuff wrong. Especially if we get stuff wrong where it doesn't matter. So, for the purposes of these quizzes, you can get things wrong and learn before it matters on your exams. So that's kind of nice. So this is one of the easiest things you can do for your grade, is just to make sure your quizzes are in on time. Just remember, they do not have to be correct. They do need to be on time, though. Speaking of exams, moving on to your exams, there are 4 exams total in the class. They're worth 45% of your grade. So each of the first 3 exams cover a number of chapters. I think the first one covers 3 and then the next one covers 2. I will tell you when we get to them. So the first 3 exams are on chunks of material and are each worth 10 points. Your final exam is cumulative, so it covers the entire term, and as a result, it's worth a little more, right? It's worth 15 points. So these are going to be different than your textbook quizzes. These are actually going to be application. These are going to be comprehension beyond just understanding what you read. Luckily, we will spend lots of time in class practicing and doing the application so that by the time you get to the exam, you know exactly what you're doing. Okay, so that's the testing quiz part. Moving on from that to our big assignment for the whole term is your signature assignment. So this class has what's known as a signature assignment. A signature assignment at Central Penn is a way that they use to kind of gauge how all of the students in a certain course are doing, not just in one term, but over many terms and many years. So everybody who takes psychology has to do the same assignment, and then we can kind of look at them all. So this is worth 20% of your grade. And I'll allow you to read, this on your own time. But basically what you're doing here is you're going to play psychologist. You're going to put on your psychology hat, and you're going to perform a psychology experiment for me. Sounds fun, right? So here's what we have to do. First, we have to choose a research question from the approved list. Yes, it is up on Blackboard, along with a rubric and all the things. It's a very, very long list, and if there's something you would like to do that's not on the list, bring it up and we'll see if we can do it. Then you're going to develop a hypothesis, which you should be learning about this week, what that is. So that's helpful. Then you're going to research the general background of your topic. I assure you, other people have done this before you. Why is the psychological world interested in the answers to your questions? Have other people done this research? What did they say? What did they learn? Kind of where is this topic? Then you're going to determine what kind of methodology you're going to use. So are you going to do an experiment? Are you going to do a survey? Are you going to do naturalistic observations or interviews? There's lots of different ways to complete an experiment. And very often that background research will give you some ideas of the best way to perform your experiment. So then after you've decided how you're going to do your experiment, then you do your experiment. Now, for the purposes of this, I do actually require a photo or a video because I have to turn it into Central Penn. So for this portion, you'll have to take a photo, screenshot, video. I've gotten all kinds of stuff. Just so long as there's some sort of proof that you did it, that's the important part. After that, you're going to gather your results, analyze your data, and draw conclusions. And then finally, you're going to compile all of this into a report. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, and it is. So because it's a lot, we're going to work on this assignment in sections throughout the semester. So first, you're going to be asked to submit your research question and your hypothesis. This is going to be due on April 18th. That's rather soon. I'd be paying attention to that. You will then be asked to submit your background research, so that's question number 3 here, and your proposed methodology, or question number 4, on May 2nd. Okay? Proof that you have performed your experiment, so that photo or that video, will be due on May 23rd. And then finally, you're going to pull all of that together along with your conclusions, your analysis, and your report, and you're going to turn all of that into me by June 6th. There will be more videos, there will be explanations, there will be rubrics, there will be all the things, but that's how it's going to break down. So we're going to break it down over the term so it's not too crazy for anybody, and kind of gradually work on this as we proceed through the term. All right, and then we have one more little assignment here. Probably your least favorite, but also probably the easiest way to keep your grade up would be your discussion board posts. So every week you have a discussion board posts that are really designed to help you apply a lot of the information that we've learned that week. And also so that I know that you're actually doing your work and all of those kinds of things. Plus you get to talk to your peers, have a good time, ask questions, do all the things. So here's the deal. I don't have a requirement for how much you have to respond. I don't think that's helpful. I think you're more likely to use AI if I ask you to give me lots and lots of words. So here's what I'm going to do. Every week, I'm going to post the discussion board post, and I'm going to give you an example of how I want you to answer the discussion board post, because I'm going to answer it first. Always. Every single time. So I want you to look at my discussion board post and be like, okay, she gave, I don't know, 3-4 sentences this week. Seems like that's what she wants. Let's go that direction. If you get really excited one week and want to give me more, awesome. If some weeks you're just not into it and you're not liking it, tell me. If you're confused, tell me. Confusion's a valid response to a lot of this stuff. The human mind is strange. So you are perfectly allowed to be confused, upset, angry, whatever you want to be. Just be it in the discussion board post. And be it on time so that you can get credit for your discussion board posts. Okay? So that is a review of all of your assignments for the term.